You look nice.
Nice? That's all?
Very nice.
Ugh, I can't even look at you when you're like that.
You see, brother, you look lovely.
Oh!
Cut! Armin, stop ad-libbing. You don't get to review the episode that you're in.
Wait. If Ishka only just now instituted the concept of women being able to wear clothes, why do they already have such elaborate female clothing? Why do they already have things that are so very annoying to be worn? Like high heels and earrings and tight cuts, and who would willingly choose to wear this as a garment of empowerment?
Wackiness ensues, and I continue to pray for death.
You see, it's more of a glide.
That's good.
And when you sit, be sure your knees are touching. And don't forget to relax your shoulders, but keep your bottom tight. What?
You know, that line actually could have been funny, probably is funny. I might have actually laughed, but I'm seriously too sad. Nova arrives early before Quark fully gets ready to act like a woman, so now he's given the name Lumba, because he lumbers around.
You'd better start memorizing those notes.
First, we need to practice your walking.
And you're sitting.
And you'd better work on that voice.
You know, I've been a chick all my life, and a lot of these things I don't do. I never learned how to properly sit in a dress or something like that. If a woman came into a room, walked rather roughly, and just kind of sat down square and stared at me, I would never assume this must not be an actual woman. I would think she was just kind of tomboyish and direct. Since Nilva is expecting to meet with a woman who wants to be respected and accepted in the boys' club, I would think a slightly butch presentation would actually be normal.
Any other comments? Has anyone ever told you that you have lovely eyes?
Nope.
Master? No, don't leave us!
Here, have a Sluggo Cola.
It's less carcinogenic than ever before.
Zek wanted me to take you to...
Don't argue with me. Drink your cola and lead the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bassoons. The only things trying in this episode.
I really wish they wouldn't. Brunt intercepts Nova and learns about Lumba. Somehow that sense made me feel dirty. Nova arrives, sees Quark dressed as a woman, and by Looney Tunes law is now smitten with him.
Either you've been inhaling too much beetle snuff, or you're the greatest visionary ever to sit atop the Tower of Commerce.
He also needs to meet immediately with her because he has other business he has to move on from the station, can't stay around, so we have to have an impromptu dinner meeting. Well, the meeting's going stupidly, but Nilva's stupid, so he's convinced.
Would someone please tell me what they're saying?
Was that a subtle bit of humor?
For this episode, yes.
I know a way you can increase sales of Sluggo Cola by 50 to 60%.
I'm all ears.
Target the new female consumer. The slimiest cola in the galaxy. That kind of slogan doesn't appeal to women.
Wait, they're Ferengi females. They come from the same mucky, swampy planet that they all seem to find homey because it's what they grew up with.
Home to the torrential rains of Ferenginar.
You know what I miss most? The rotting vegetation.
Yep.
And the dampness.
Ah, to stand once more in those rivers of muck.
Why would the females of Ferenginar not find the slimiest cola in the galaxy an appealing slogan?
I thought we were going to have dessert.
Oh, we are. In my quarters.
Nova Fudd wants some lovin'.
Oh, can I help it if my lobes burn for you, huh? If you don't believe me, just touch them.
Ha 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 ha, that is funny.
Let go of that man!
Oh, thank God it's Brunt. Did I really say that?
I'm as female as they come, and I'm going to prove it to you.
Kill me! I command you to kill me!
And he tries to expose Quark, and Quark exposes himself. Well, prayers went unanswered. God helps those who help themselves.
Come, my dear. Let's go tell Zek that I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure he remains Grand Nagus.
And with one businessman out of 432 won over, Zek wins?
I've only been a male again for 6 hours. My hormones must still be out of balance. My emotions are raging out of control. Would you mind giving me a hug?
Thank you!
We just wanted to say goodbye before we go back to Ferenginar.
Where the rivers run with muck and the streets are swarming with happy females.
Wait, I thought women don't like slime. Didn't you make a whole point out of women don't... Ah! Ishka insults her son cruelly one more time, and they all leave. And Alora, the waitress from the beginning, comes in with the saddest ending of all.
But you told me to...
Forget what I told you. It was wrong, and I apologize.
It's too bad. It's just that Umlax sounded like fun.
She's into it.
Worst Willow follow-up ever. And that's Prophet Lace. Do I need to say what's wrong with this episode? It's not funny. It's not charming. It's not clever. It's not meaningful. It is terrible in everything it tries to do, and it tries so little to begin with.
Once again, Star Trek has failed to learn the lessons of prior attempts and continues to try to do things that historically it's very bad at, namely comedy and gender relations.
To say nothing of the Ferengi themselves.
Put all those things in a pot and stir 'em, you get the crap that is Prophet and Lace.
And where the hell does this get off being in the best season of Deep Space Nine and arguably the best season of all Star Trek? Seriously, it's a season that gave us...
Rest easy, Brother Benny. You have walked in the path of the prophets. There is no greater glory.
And these!
You know, I never expected to say this, but as occupations go, this one's not so bad.
It is not my life to give up, Captain. And it never was.
Time to start packing.
And this!
So, this is a huge victory for the good guys.
And you also give us this?
Oh, I need you. What you need is a cold shower. What a good idea. Why, you can scrub my back.
DS9 writers, did you make a pact with Satan that he'd give you 15 amazing episodes, but in return you had to air his one crappy one?
So as usual, decide for yourselves. But as for me, I am calling this one the bottom of the barrel for Deep Space Nine.
Have
Next time, episode 100.